Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna show you guys how us as engineers on board ship get a ship ready for our sailing. Yeah, I'm basically gonna show you what we do on a regular basis. I'm not I haven't used this program in a while, so I'm gonna do my best to show you guys what we do. Um, Yeah, so imagine you're chilling, eating at a restaurant, and then you get a phone call from, hey, where the fuck are you? And then you look at the time and you're like, oh, fuck. I should have been at the ship already. The ship has to be ready for within a few hours so we can leave. And you haven't done shit. Well, today I'm gonna show you the steps that are necessary in order to get a ship up and running. So, we're gonna start from a situation where everything has been turned off, like nothing is on. Yeah. um so that's a that's why we call it a cool ship condition. And I'm gonna hit my home key on my keyboard in order to get this display, this menu. And the first thing we are going to do is we're gonna take a look at the electric power plant. There are two ways to get power initially to a ship if everything is turned off. Yeah, you can either do it with a short supply or you can do it with an emergency generator. I'm gonna show you how you do it though. So basically you just connect the cable to the ship, and we simulate it by clicking this button in. Yeah, then you have to close the first breaker. Yeah, you see now there's 440 volts on this main bus bar at the frequency of 60 hertz. Yeah, then you're gonna close the second breaker, which in turns close this one to the emergency bus bar. Okay guys, before I show you the emergency switchboards and stuff like that, I'll first reset the system and I'm gonna show you how to start up the emergency generator. Because after that, what I will show you is the same steps you have to take after connecting the short supply. Yeah, so we're gonna go to the emergency generator, and as you can see, here is the emergency generator. um the lube oil is good, the level is good. We have fuel, diesel fuel oil. um the level is also good, everything here is good. We have our cooling system and our lubrication oil system, and everything looks good. So there's two ways we can start this engine, right? We have the manual way, which requires human power to pump up a hydraulic system and build pressure in a hydraulic cylinder in order to start up the engine. Or we can do it just by pushing a button. Yeah. First, I'm gonna show you how to do it manually. You're gonna start pumping with your hand. This button just literally simulates you standing there and pumping with your hand. See, you can see this move. This is you pumping up and filling the cylinder with pressure, with hydraulic fluid, building up the pressure. Yeah. I'm gonna wait until it reaches 200 bars. Um, this depends on the engine and the manufacturer of the engine. Um, I think usually it's between 150 and 200. It might be even higher. Um, but from the engine that I know, it's around 200 bars. Yeah. After you have built the pressure, you're gonna release this pressure, and this is gonna start the engine. The pressure is gonna flow through this valve towards the engine, and it's gonna start moving the engine. And once the engine starts moving, it's gonna automatically start the engine. Yeah, so we're gonna open this valve by clicking here on the start, and as you can see, the pressure dropped and the engine turned on. You can see the RPM is slowly starting to build up. It's gonna reach about 1800 RPMs and level out, stay there, and then you will know that the emergency generator has started up successfully. Yeah, you see here it's running, everything is good. So I just showed you the manual way to do it, and of course the automatic way, or just the easier way to do it, is just by pressing on the start button. Yeah, I'm just letting this drop to 0, and once it dropped to 0, I'm gonna show you how to start it. Yes, it has reached 0, everything is turned off, and you turn and press on start, and the engine will start. See, RPMs are slowly starting to build up again. We're waiting until it reaches 1800, around 1800 RPM, and then it stabilizes and it's ready to go. Yeah, then we go back, and then we can go to our electric power plant, because before we can go to the emergency switchboard, we first have to turn on the excitation switch. Yeah, in order to close the breaker. Yeah, you can see that there's already 440 volts roughly. So in order to connect, we're just gonna close the breaker, and the power is gonna go to the emergency bus bar, where you can see all of these systems or machinery that are connected to the emergency bus bar. Yes, this is the 440 volt bus, and here you can see the 220 volt bus. In order to connect the 220 volt bus to the 440 volt bus bar, you need to close the emergency transformer breaker. Yeah, and once you've done that, you can see here that the light turns green, and you can close this breaker in order to get power to the 220 volt bus. Yeah, after that, you can basically close all the breakers for the other systems and machinery that we have on board. And once you've done that, basically you have supplied power to all the necessary systems and machinery that are required minimally to run a ship in case of anything. Like when shit hits the fan, you have to pray that everything that has an emergency in front of it works. Yeah, so your emergency generator and your emergency switchboard, and everything connected to this switchboard. Yeah, so that's easy enough. Now you have lights in a few systems online. Yeah. So next, the first thing I usually do is I will start with the air system, because usually this takes a little bit of time for the pressure to build. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open this valve that's gonna lead to the emergency start air storage, you can say. So there's two ways to build up the pressure with air. You either have a hand pump, which is gonna take a lot of time and a lot of energy from yourself, or you can do it with the emergency um, air compressor. Yeah, first thing you have to do is you have to click on local, and then you can turn on your emergency air compressor. You can see that it started. It has a pressure of 3 bars, and that the air is starting to build up in this tank. Yeah. Um, I usually also open these valves. I mean, it's not gonna hurt anybody or anything. So, yeah. Now we go back here, and I think I'm gonna leave it for the first part. I will continue this and make this a series, and I hope you guys learned something today. I hope it's interesting enough, so you guys keep watching, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Yeah, take care, be safe out there, and until next time.